So, I mean, the Vikings are in a must-win situation. Again, they've dug themselves into a hole with two division losses to start off the season. They play a Browns team that comes to the Metrodome 0-2 themselves, and 0-2 teams get their back up against the wall. They can't be treated lightly. The Vikings need to take the Browns seriously, even despite the chaos that has happened this week with the Browns. So the Browns coach named Brian Hoyer their third string, the starting quarterback against the Vikings, instead of Jason Campbell, the veteran backup, for the injured Brandon Whedon, who had jammed his throwing arm thumb badly enough to be to leave last week, and he's not going to play this week. Hoyer has started one NFL game last year when he was with the Cardinals. He played in Week 17 against the 49ers, and he actually did a very good job. Looks like he makes smart. It's one game, but it was against the 49ers, and he stayed with the 49ers. They lost, but he stayed with the 49ers, a good team, and he seemed to make smart decisions, accurate throws. So I wouldn't discount the Browns just because they've got a starting quarterback who's got one game under his belt. Then the Browns also traded their first-round pick, Trent Richardson, running back, to the Colts for the Colts' 2014 first-round pick. So they've really, and they signed Willis McGahee, but we're not sure if he's going to play. So they're going to be going without an established running back. They've got wide receiver Josh Gordon, who's going to be returning from suspension for the Vikings game, but you wonder how much of a role, how much an impact he's going to have, because Hoyer likely has not had a lot of reps with the first string team, so he likely, it takes a while for a quarterback and a receiver to get on the same page. So there's that. The Browns' offensive line has been pretty bad. Whedon was sacked 5 times and hit 12 times last week. The Vikings have an awesome pass rush. It's going to be on the Vikings to put a lot of pressure on him. The Cleveland defense, on the other hand, I mentioned before, has given up very few yards rushing this season. They've averaged giving up only 59.5 yards rushing so far this season. Of course, they haven't faced Adrian Peterson, but Peterson so far has not had massive, huge runs, except for that opening touch. But it'll be tough sledding against the Cleveland defense, I think, as far as the run game is concerned. So I think we need to look for the passing game to open up, which it has. Against the Lions, Ponder did throw 2 balls of 44 yards for completion, or over 40 yards of completion to Jerome Simpson. A couple of other long shots against the Bears. He had throws of 20 or more yards to Greg Jennings for 22, Jerome Simpson for 37, Kyle Rudolph for 20, Jarius Wright for 21, another one to Kadero Patterson for 14. So it looks like they're opening it up for Ponder to air it out, which you can only you would only expect. So we'll see how that continues. But again, Ponder's got the weapons around him now to make that happen. We'll see more of Kadero Patterson against the Browns. The question, I think, is, can the Vikings stop the screen game, especially if with a inexperienced quarterback in for the Browns, going against a fearsome pass rush of the Vikings. I think we can expect screens and running back passes out of the backfield in order to slow down the Vikings' rush, one, and to prove and to test the Vikings linebackers, see if they can actually stop those plays, which have been trouble for us. So against the Browns, I think Ponder needs to calm the hell down, not be so anxious, make more accurate passes, make better decisions, exploit one-on-one matchups, and we're seeing him do that when we get 8 in the box. We can expect to see more Kadero Patterson, so that should be fun. defense needs to get pressure. We need better recognized screen passes. We need to just fundamentals make tackles where you are supposed to make them. But I do expect the Vikings to win against the Browns. They are in turmoil, and we're at home, and we need to win. And so look for a Vikings victory this week. So for that, I'm going to wrap. This has been Minnesota Vikings Chat podcast of MinnesotaVikingsChat.com. I'm David Erickson. You can find us at MinnesotaVikingsChat.com, on Google Plus at MinnesotaVikingsChat.com/Google Plus. That'll redirect you to our Google Plus page with the long, unmemorizable URL. On Facebook, we're at Facebook.com/Minnesota Vikings Chat. On Twitter, Minnesota Vikings Chat /MN Vikings Chat. And of course, every game day we hold the Twitter chat conversation about the Vikings using the Vikings Chat the Vikings Chat hashtag. So join us in that conversation. We're on YouTube at youtube.com/Minnesota Vikings Chat. And let me know what you think. Comment, leave your comments below, and let me think of how the Vikings are going to play against the Browns or anything else Viking related. And remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss any of these podcasts. Until next week, go Vikings.